Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about DaBaby. Now, DaBaby is an artist, a rap artist from Charlotte, North Carolina, who's been at the center of a lot of controversy the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, ever since DaBaby got into the hip-hop game, his name has been associated with several shootings, fights, things of that nature, right? A lot of mischief, a lot of wild things going on, right? But today, we bring you a story that's a blast from the past. Now, from his inception into the rap game, DaBaby was surrounded about this shooting death that he was, he carried out. I hate to say it like that, but he was a shooter and somebody lost their life, right? Now, it was a self-defense claim, so DaBaby went on his way, man. He went about making his way through the music industry. He was fairly new into the game, but dude hit the ground running. And when I mean running, I'm talking about running all the way up the charts and running to the top of the music game. I'm not even just talking hip-hop. I'm talking about music. He's one of the most streamed artists on Spotify and other platforms, man. Dude is really killing it out here. Even though he had situations recently that were some setbacks, right? Well, there was an incident, and there's a report that came out today from the Rolling Stone and some of its reporters that talked about DaBaby shooting back in 2018. Now, the shooting that happened in 2018 is almost the event that spawned DaBaby's career. A lot of the people who liked his raps and, his catchy songs and his videos, they loved that. It reminded them of a new version of Ludacris, right? But he had a gangster edge to him because he had this alleged shooting in his past. Now, the video has surfaced, and this report that came out to go along with the video is not in DaBaby's favor. It seems like, man, somebody might be trying to see if DaBaby still has room to get locked up or something like that. Now, I'm not saying that's for facts, but this is a wild story to say the least. Now, before we play this clip of the shooting incident that took place at the Walmart in North Carolina with DaBaby, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this story about DaBaby. Now, there's a person on social media, or I should say on Twitter, that posted this post right here, right? They tweeted this, and basically it's the video along with this caption of DaBaby shooting back in 2018, and it says this. Now, the post says this. It comes from somebody by the name of Philip Lewis, and I believe they either work for Rolling Stone or some way they maybe even passed this on to Rolling Stone in this story, because the story is under another name, but we'll get to that. Now, in the post, it says this. It says, DaBaby shot and killed 19-year-old Jaylin Craig in 2018. A shooting the rapper claims was in self-defense. Now, everybody knows that DaBaby, he, went about his way after the shooting because they said it was in self-defense, open and shut case, right? Now, new security footage obtained by Rolling Stone shows that DaBaby appears to be the aggressor and contradicts key aspects of his version of the events. And they provide a link right here to the story from Rolling Stone. And the video is listed below. Now, that's saying a lot. Now, they're saying there's new security footage obtained by Rolling Stone that shows DaBaby appears to be the aggressor and that it contradicts his version of events. This sounds like somebody trying to get DaBaby locked up. Now, I'm not saying that they are. That's what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to be said. Now, let's actually check out the video, even though it really doesn't have any sound. Now, as I said earlier, this video doesn't have any sound, so let's go through it, man. We'll talk through it. Now, obviously, you see somebody right there by the name of Henry Douglas, I believe, and you see DaBaby. That's his real name, Jonathan Kirk, and it looks like they're tussling. You see another person named Mariah Osborne. I'm not sure if she was with DaBaby or not, but DaBaby and the other guy is still tussling. Now, you see the guy, Jaylin Craig. That's the person who lost their life. Now, Jaylin Craig looks like he's breaking up this situation, to be honest with you. Looks like he's trying to get in between it, but boom. You see people start to run and scurry, and you actually see DaBaby look like what it seems to be him pulling out a weapon and then pacing afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at that last part again. Now, if we look again, you see the guy Jaylin Craig. It looks like he's trying to get in between everything, where DaBaby and another guy are locked up. You know what I mean? Okay, then you see everybody scurry, so you can assume shots were carried out there. And you see DaBaby, and it looks like he pointed a device towards the way of everybody where everybody was running away from. Then he goes to pacing, and he pushes that cart out the way, man. So it looks like that's where the shooting took place. You know what I mean? Now, in this Rolling Stone story, I'm going to talk about it just a little bit, but it's definitely painting DaBaby in a different light than everybody expected. You know what I mean? Now, the headline of this story says this. It says, exclusive. Video undercuts DaBaby's self-defense claim in 2018 killing. So, hold up. Just off the bat, just that headline right there is saying that this video undercuts DaBaby's self-defense claim from the shooting that happened in 2018. Now, what they're basing this on is pretty much saying that DaBaby was the aggressor in the whole situation. Like, it's one thing to get into a shooting where you're trying to defend yourself, your family, or whatever, and someone loses their life. Tragic enough, right? But to start the fight, to start the altercation, to be the aggressor, and then somebody lose their life, you know, it just doesn't sit the same way with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, how are you going to start a fight and then take somebody else's life when you should just, you know, carry on the fight? And if you're starting with your fists, keep it fists. You know, if you're starting off with fists and then you take it to guns, I don't know, maybe hopefully somebody else pulled out a gun or something like that, and that'd be the only way that you could plead self-defense in most cases. You know what I mean? And I'm no legal expert, so don't take my advice on this. Now, it also goes on to say this. The controversial rapper shot and killed Jaylin Craig in a Walmart. DaBaby swears he acted in self-defense, but never before seen footage raises doubts about his story. Now, I'm going to leave it right there on this story from Rolling Stone because it's kind of one-sided. It's definitely not painting DaBaby in the best light, but let's look at the footage one last time so we can make up our own opinion of what we see here. If DaBaby is the aggressor, if this is a situation where we just still don't see enough information to make a determination on what took place. You know what I mean? Okay, so once again, we see Amira Osborne. I guess she was one of the witnesses in this situation. And we see DaBaby tangled up with the other guy, right? Then we see the guy, Jaylin Craig, in black, show up to the situation. Now, I don't see him pulling anything out. I do see him kind of holding his waistband, but obviously you see this is where the shot's let out, right? And you see DaBaby right there. It looks like he pointed a device in that direction. And now he's pacing, and he actually bumps the cart right there that the lady left. So I'm not sure, man. I still don't see anything in this video that would make me say, oh, man, DaBaby started the whole situation and then shot dude where he didn't even need to pull out a weapon. Because I can't see in this video what the other people are doing. Nobody can. So for this report to make that claim, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he was the aggressor in the beginning. But what do you guys think? Do you think that that leads most people, or should lead most people, to believe that DaBaby was not the victim and, you know, he wasn't the person who was defending himself when he was shooting in the situation? Or do you feel like there's still not enough information in that video to make a correct determination? And the fact that DaBaby pulled out and everybody else went with that story, it must have been factual. You know what I mean? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.